What Brian was worried about. 3, 2, 1. It's Bob Sansevere here with sports reporter Brian Murphy and Pioneer Press deputy sports editor John Pluym. Now let's shift to what's the dominant national college story of certainly of this week, and I don't think it's going to go away for a while. What's happening at Penn State? There's a former defensive coordinator, retired in '99, Jerry Sandusky. He also had a program there that was supposed to help youth.
The
Second Mile. He stands accused of sexually assaulting kids that could have been as young as 8 years old, and the athletic director and the vice president have already resigned, and they're under. They are facing criminal charges. Joe Paterno is not facing anything, nor is the college or the university president. Paterno legally did what he was obligated to do, which he told. He heard about it from a graduate assistant at the time. The graduate assistant allegedly saw Sandusky assaulting a kid, which, frankly, just a quick aside to that, if this guy saw that, why didn't he act at the moment and intercede? But he's not facing any charges. But Joe Paterno told the athletic director, and that was it. I just don't see...
I think the big argument right now with Paterno is, should he have done more than notifying the AD and the president of the university? And it's a fine line. He legally
it goes beyond a fine line. I think there's morally I think you have an obligation to follow up and make sure that the authorities get involved. Well, now, we don't know the relationship with Sandusky.
We don't know what's transpired.
No, we don't.
Over the past
but
11 years.
But if nothing, even if these are allegations, but the allegations alone were enough to take it to another level.
Well, and you had the state police commissioners leading the investigation in Pennsylvania basically get up and say, Joe Paterno did nothing legally wrong, but he essentially is morally bankrupt.
And he's right.
And he's exactly right. Anybody that prides himself on being somebody that's old school, does things the right way, black and white, right and wrong, if something like that, you learned about it and all you did was kick it upstairs and walk away from it, then you should be having the roof cave in on you today, and there should be some serious questions about whether or not he should still be leading.
Well, I don't think he will be forced to resign now. I think what they'll do is he will be powerfully nudged into retirement after this season.
Well, and some of his allies are gone now too. I mean, his athletic director was running a lot of interference for him throughout the year about questions because his contract expires.
Yeah.
And the athletic director was basically saying all year, we're not going to address this until the end of the year. And he's gone.
He has a son on the staff too, doesn't he? Isn't his son one of the coaches?
Does he have a little Joe Pa?
I might be wrong, but I thought he had one of his sons.
Well, he's also the university president is in peril of keeping his job too, because like Paterno, he didn't do enough with the information. Legally, he did what he had to do, but it goes beyond that. As you mentioned, was the moral aspect of it too. So we'll certainly see how this one plays out. It's just a horrible story. One of the worst things you could hear we've heard in any college sport.